Alright, first YouTube channel is starting. You will only be able to hear me. I have no idea what I'm going to do for an intro yet. But today I'm here playing Ark on a buddy of mine's server. And I was going to record on the PlayStation, but I am too lazy to go and try and figure out how to do the voiceovers at the moment. So what's going to go on is, yeah, I have a lot of stuff done, but today I think I'm just going to go ahead and do whatever. I'm going to go ahead and try and gather some material so that I have them for future reference. And so far everything here looks good, but we all know I'm trash, and there's my fingers in the recording already. Already shows how pro I am, right? Already messing up with the camera. It's great. So I'm going to just gather these berries here, which I actually should be doing on my trike. So let's run over here. And I'm going to go inside of my base. And eventually, here within the first 24 hours, I will be starting the just live streaming and leaving those on the channel, because I can't do it for the first 24 hours. So what's really going on here is I'm just making this a filler video for the first 24 hours. And I'm going to just see how my life rolls around in this YouTube thing. I am currently looking for this container here to make like 4 narcotics. That's all I can make with the amount of 20 berries, anyway. But I do have either a packy rhino or a trike I can use to gather some berries. I think I'm going to move my polar bear out of the way because I believe my friend on the server, Scar, was not messing with my dinos, but I think he accidentally clicked the whole follow all thing, and it messed with stuff. And so, yeah, that is the thing. I'm going to up this now. I have a really strong packy rhino, and let's hope that it will stay alive throughout its days now. And I know I can get on the dino and shut and open the gate, but for some reason my PlayStation is, well, not really my PlayStation, my precision isn't that good. So yeah, now I'm going to go ahead and get some berries here and use them for future reference. Like I said, like the narco berries will be put to use almost immediately, because I don't really have any use for them at the moment, except for making narcotics, which I'm going to do as soon as possible. Now let's get my dino's inventory here. As we can see, we have about almost 1,500 berries here. One more bush should top that off. And now we're going to go over here, open my gate, which I did successfully this time, lol. And I'm just going to leave it here. I have a ton of space in this dino pen. I thought I was going to need more to hold my 2 wyverns, but they fit perfectly. And you aren't able to hear the people in my party, which one just sneezed. Bless you, by the way. So you're not going to be able to hear them until tomorrow, this time. But you can tell I'm not a pro gamer. I will be playing games like Destiny in the future. Destiny is a really big one. And I accidentally just stuffed my trank arrows. And at the moment, I've just shoved those electronics in my fabricator because I don't need those on me. But what I do need on me is the berries that I forgot to grab from my lovely little packy rhino over here. I am actually going to take some of these berries out, like the Mejo berries, and keep those in my house, because those are good for taming. I'm going to take these Azul berries, and these Amar berries, I think is what they're called. Yeah, Armor berries. The Tinto berries can stay on Rihanna, I think. Yes, Rihanna. I'm going to then proceed to put these berries in here for the rest of my non-meat-eating dinos. And I have more berries than I have in spoiled meat. So this will be perfect. I'll probably have a lot more berries than I do spoiled meat. As we can see, the berries are already starting to spoil. Now here comes the boring part, sitting here and holding down the right trigger so that I can craft the maximum amount of narcotics. These will be useful in the future for making trank arrows so I can knock out my dinos, for those who don't play Ark. And I will try and find a server where there's nothing going on so that I can start it off and get a fresh start to play on the servers with, which I feel would be a good experience, and what I should have done was that from the start. But I really like playing on my buddy's server, which, if you don't know, my buddy is Daxon Gaming. He owns his own server. If you just type 6x space XP, there's no E after or before the X, by the way. It's just X and P. It's an unofficial PC server, or not, unofficial PC session, actually. There's no password, so just have it on unofficial PC session, and make sure that you don't have password protected on, and it is a PvE server, so you won't be getting raided anytime soon. But he actually just told me that we will be having PvP events within the future, so you will be able to be raided, but it is, as the name implies, oh, never mind, you're not going to get raided. If you do, the person who did it to you, I think, is going to get warnings and then a ban. But what's going to happen is he's going to lay down a base somewhere randomly in the world, and it's going to be, you have to go and find it, and whatever you find in that base is whatever you get to keep. You get to keep what you can carry. There'll be, like, tames and stuff in there as well for you to claim, I think. Is that going to be something, Daxon? Tames and stuff in there that you can claim and take home? Alright, so, for those of you who don't know, hard polymer is going to be the server currency, and hard polymer is just the polymer that you craft, because organic polymer is easy to get, but it spoils, and we call it hard polymer because it's a little harder to obtain, and it doesn't spoil. But so that's going to be a thing, but he was just telling me that sometimes the bases will have, sometimes they'll have tames in them, sometimes they'll have rare resources, and sometimes they'll have just really anything in them. So, and right now what I'm doing is I'm just looking for an animal. I don't know what animal yet, but I'm just going to look for one, and if I want it, I'm going to take it to my taming pen, and I'm going to, well, as the name implies, tame it. That's an aloe. I don't want to carry one of those all the way. I might grab this Anki, actually. Like, what level is the Anki? I don't know. Whatever, I should have enough trank arrows, and if not, I'm making over 200 narcotics at home. as you saw in the beginning of the video, or within the first 5 minutes anyway. So what's going to go on is I'm going to knock this out and tame it because it'll help me with metal. And I have an industrial forge, and metal is something that I will need for a replicator, which my buddy already has one, but I would like to have a bunch of metal on me anyway so I can repair my armor if it ever breaks. Or I can use it to forge weapons, which that word is probably going to... You know, I don't know what words are safe to say on YouTube at the moment. Still new. Well, I can't do that, so... But, I'm trying to think, what am I gonna do? Also, I just passed over my taming pen. No, I didn't. I'm going the right way. Yeah, see, there's also this big building right here is actually the community hatchery. You can bring any egg here, doesn't matter what kind of egg it is. Just get up on that top platform right here that I'm looking at, lay your egg down, and within the half hour it should hatch. And those stairs are there so it can safely fall to the ground, and it'll be in an enclosed area where it'll be completely safe from all threats. So, if you ever get on the server and have an egg that you need to hatch and don't have the right requirements to hatch the egg, such as temperature, and don't have the material to get the ability to hatch the egg, then just go there. No, he didn't. What does happen Friday? Okay, so if you guys get on about Friday or any time before then and gather some stuff, I'm actually going to take a look at this level real quick. Level 40. We're going to have a base raid event. Right now there's a scavenger hunt event that ends Friday. Me and Scar already found the thing off, well, not really off of YouTube. Off camera. I didn't have the channel then. But we found it and got our reward, and we made our replicator because we got element from it. And polymer, we got 400 of that. But right now, what's going on is I'm just going to tame this Anki, which it should be knocking out. And Ankis eat berries, right? Alright, so they eat berries, which I have the Mesa berries up at my base, so once this sucker gets knocked out, I'm gonna go and bring my trike down here, and I'm going to go and get my narco berries and knock this sucker, or keep him knocked out. Alright, well he's only level 40, so what's gonna happen is I'm gonna hop down here real quick. Hold on, Liam. I'm going to try and get some narco berries real quick. And there was an Anki right there I could have actually tamed, but I was just there and I found one, so I did just tame it. Now, how fast is your conscious bar going down? Doesn't matter. I'm gonna throw those into you. And I just dropped them like an idiot. Now, where are the berries? They're over here. Now, because he eats berries, these will be more potent. And this little hole right here is actually so you can crawl out without your tames crawling out. We don't really tame anything small enough to go through this that we can't knock out in like 10 arrows at least. Or at most, I should say. Well, I'm talking about small animals that can fit under the crack of the door that I have on my taming pen. We also use that area as a breeding area for our Rexes and other dinos. Now, I'm actually just going to go ahead and pick up my Pachy Rhino. and take it down here, and I'm going to go back around because I'm an idiot and didn't land when I dropped it. Now, if I wasn't stuck inside of my wyvern, I would get on my packy rhino. And I'm going to, well, go and gather these bushes down here. I'm going to use them to tame the Anki I have taming. And I'll have to carry the Anki and my packy rhino back up one at a time. I know, it sucks, right? But I'm gonna do it because, you know, sometimes you have to do stuff like that to keep stuff alright here in Ark. Now I'm just gonna park my good old packy rhino here. I pushed the wrong button. I'm going to, I keep pushing the wrong button. Then take my narco berries and my majo berries, which if you guys don't know, for those who are new to Ark or haven't played Ark, want to, majo berries are going to be the best for taming any berry eating animal. Now we're gonna do this thing what's called starve taming. We're gonna let the Anki go down in food a bit, so that when I put the majo berries in its inventory, which it's female, so when I put it in her inventory, or them in her inventory, she will eat as many as possible, and that will take her tame bar up really fast. And we don't have to sit here and wait the 37 years for it to tame. We can just wait a little less time for it to get hungry, and then...
Yeah, Hunter, I want my turn.
And when you starve tame, it doesn't really take any longer or any less time. It just saves you the time of sitting here constantly and waiting on it to be hungry over and over again, than putting the berries in its inventory. Like with its unconscious bar at almost full, I can get on my packy rhino and I can go ahead and come up here and harvest some more berries. And don't worry, Daxon, they can't hear you. I'm recording on my phone. But, what's going on here is I don't understand why I'm freezing. What am I wearing? Did any of my armor break? No, it's very close, though. I did only use 12 arrows on this Anki. Now, if we look into its bar, and it's about 300 almost, more like 210 under what its normal hunger bar. Once it gets down about 300 under what its max food capacity is, I'll start feeding it. Also, I probably shouldn't look at that, you know. But what is going to happen here is, I think I might get on my wyvern and see how fast I can kill this bronco. I killed a triceratops instantly.
It had a messed up foot earlier.
Absolutely, that was quick.
Also, as the name implies, 6x XP, you get 6 times the XP, and the server is boosted, like damage and everything. Everything you harvest, boosted, everything, like, even the levels are higher than they're supposed to be. Like, 200, normally 150. They go up to, like, what, 400 in max level? They can actually go up to 300 maximum level, so be careful if you do join the server and you're wandering around here, because you will die very fast if you attack something that is over level. Because when you're starting off, my friend just told me, or Daxon just told me, that when you're starting off and you're like low level, a level 200 Anki will instant kill you. So be careful what you're hitting when you start off in the server. And now, oh, and if you do try to tame something too close to another one, it will immediately aggro on you. And if I'm not mistaken, when you start off the server, you give them a free tame, like a pterodon or something. Yeah, so far we've just been, when you start off, we give you a pterodon so you can actually explore the map, because we are playing on Ark of Alguero, which came to PlayStation like 2 weeks ago. 2.5 weeks ago, maybe. But what is going on this server is we're really just having fun, just do whatever. Now, I do have Meijo berries in its inventory, but if it eats at all here, alright, there we go. So we're at 86.4% taming effectiveness, and as you can see, it's eating a bunch of berries at once, and that bar is going up really fast. Like, I just put them in like 30 seconds ago, and we're about 26% tame, so if we just sit here and watch over it now, it will go quite fast, and that is what we want. I do starve taming to a lot of animals. I will eventually show you guys where the wyvern cave is on this map, unless you guys already know. I mean, yeah, I'll still show you. My friend just said I'd go on and show him just to be safe, which I will. I'll probably do that either next video or later in this video, which is almost at a half hour, actually. Actually, it's at 22 minutes.
We're close.
I have been rambling on for this entire video, you are right. But, you know, but yeah, and my friend here makes a good point. Me rambling is kind of good for the channel, because it keeps you guys interested. Commentary on not everything I do. Some things I do you guys will already know. But what is going to happen here is I'm going to check up on my Anki again, and it's still got a decent amount of unconsciousness, but it is going down kind of rapidly, so I'm just going to feed it like 2 or 3 of these, which I actually fed it 4. What level is this? Level 50. I really don't need a stego, though. Let me know if you guys want to see me have one of those. I really don't need one, though. But, as I said earlier, this area is where we tame and breed. What me and Scar usually do, which if you guys don't know, Scar is my tribe mate. Actually, that's his base over there. And if you guys want the spawn area over that way behind his base, this is known as Small Islands. If you spawn there, you'll be able to see his base, and if you look up on the mountain, you can see my stone wall with my fire wyvern tail poking out of there.
It says Raven at the same point.
That is my fire wyvern Blaze, and he is... I'm still leveling up Blaze. I need his weight to be a lot more than what it is. No, not his weight, his stamina. His stamina is about half of what I want it. Which, if you guys don't know, stamina on a wyvern is usually perfect at about 3,000. I have my current wyvern right here, Pearls, up at 3,367, which is a little more than what I need, but it's alright. Stamina's always good. And now, What is happening though is we're still taming, actually. You're over 50% now, so we're almost done here. I'm looking at your teleport to see if that's going up or down, and that's going down. So I'm going to force feed those. I'm actually going to run over here to Scar's base and see what he's been doing while I was off, because I got off pretty early last night, and he stayed on, and I'm going to see what all he tamed. Also, this is my Rex. I named him Cookie. I'm going to actually get into his inventory real quick and up that melee damage. Also, Scar is very into taxidermies.
What is that?
Also, yeah, he will murder you if you come too close to his house, so...
Oh. That's nice.
Like, if you create a tribe and you run past here, he's gonna find you and he's gonna try and engage a tribe war with your tribe. And if you're new, it would probably be best that you don't accept that, because he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Dionycuses just in here.
Wow.
And his dire bear, or not bear, dire wolf. I'm an idiot. And then he has a trike in here, which could murder you pretty easily. It's 219. 2 wyverns, a rex. We actually have another one, which has a tech saddle on it, which fires lasers, for those of you who don't know. And this Giga is actually less powerful than his Rex, but it's still a Giga, and it will still heck you over. It killed me pretty fast, and I'm level 102 at the moment, so... And we just tamed that like 2 days ago, and I haven't leveled up since then. Quartz is our Quetz. Scar very much enjoys our Quetz. But that's what's going to happen if you accept his tribe wars. You are going to get vigorously murdered, or viciously murdered, anyway. And if the sound got dimmer, I am leaning a little back because of my back at the moment. It's a little painful. I am just going to go ahead and forcibly feed Yankee some berries. And I want to see in the comments what we should name the Yankee. Here's the color pattern. It's got orange and like a brownish black color. Oh, that is brown and black, isn't it?
Dirt.
It's like an orange-ish tan, really.
Call it dirt.
And it is female, so
Dirt.
mind the gender of the name.
Pebbles.
Now, I think I'm going to go ahead and stop this video here at about a half hour, which is in about a minute, so
Bye-bye.
I might just go ahead and end it after the Yankee tames, actually, so the video's going to be a little longer than I thought. But here in about 24 hours, I'll be able to start live streaming, and I'll be able to do that from my PlayStation easier. So you guys won't be looking at my TV through a phone. You guys will be able to see what's going on directly from the screen. Which, I clicked the wrong button. I am starving, aren't I? Do I have berries? Oh, I do. Just dropped it. Can I maybe not do that? Also, I do play Destiny, so if I keep going into my options menu and all about that, don't worry about that. That's because that's what I'm used to going into my inventory. I'm used to just clicking my my good old options button. I'm gonna sit here and drink this water.
There's a megalodon.
And there's a Megalodon there, which
It's
I don't
pretty.
really want to mess with.
But it's
I
pretty.
do need to tame a Megalodon, though, because
It's
me and
pretty.
Scar play around the underground ocean, or the in-cave ocean, whatever you guys want to call that. And it's pretty neat. It's a nice looking area. It's full of crystals and stuff. And if you guys ever want to go and get those crystals, be careful. Because Scar may be at the underground ocean. But crystals are pretty easy to obtain. If you just jump here, I think I can look at some from here, really.
Man, look at all that aquatic plant life. And then there's all the
I
oil.
just have to swim a bit over this way. They're usually around the, also what's attacking me.
A megalodon?
They're usually around these oil pots, which are pretty common. I just saw some down there, actually. Now, what I'm going to do is, because my health is so high, I'm going to have the Megalodon shoot me to the land a bit faster. Go on, hit me again. You're not going to do that? Now, all of my armor's broken, so I am going to have to repair that. Which, that sucks. But, just let me know in the comments if you guys want to hear me not ramble on about everything. That's just something that makes me a bit self-conscious. You can't really see that number because of the way I'm recording and how bright that is on the TV compared to my camera. But that does say 80%. That's what that says. And what we are going to do here is force feed it the narco berries so that it saves sleep. I'm going to shut this just in case something wants to run by and murder us, because this area is known for
Dangerous animals.
actually, I really don't know what this area is known for. Oh, I leveled up. All I know is there's something that murders me sometimes around here. Just don't need that. Also, if you level up and you get your engrams going and stuff, they automatically unlock for you your engrams. So you don't have to worry about going into your inventory, going over here, and clicking on all of this. You can just click your level up and get out of your inventory, continue doing what you were doing. Now, within the first 5 minutes, you'll probably be past level 20, but that is due to the fact that they have 6 times the amount of experience gained. Which is, really, it's just there so that you can really start progressing and spend more time focusing on the new map than focusing on leveling up and building your base and stuff. Which, I mean, you should still focus on building your base. But you don't have to spend your entire time playing, like, worrying about leveling up, building your base, unlocking your engrams, and doing this and that. You can build your base relatively quickly and just start exploring the map on the PlayStation. Now, if you already know the map, then go ahead and focus on your base, or continue to explore, and do whatever suits you. But I am going to put the name of the server down in the description box again. I know I already said it a couple times, but for those who forgot it, it's just going to be down there in the description. Also, editing isn't really going to be a thing for me, because I will do most of my YouTube stuff on the PlayStation, and it'll mostly be live streaming, or streaming, not streaming, me no speako Inglesho. And what's really just gonna go on is I'm gonna start streaming through my PlayStation, and just playing around here with my buddies, Scar and Daxon and Kaz. But you won't be able to hear Kaz through the microphone at all, because he doesn't share his voice through the PS. So you won't be able to hear him, but you'll be able to hear Daxon and Scar I've tamed an Anki. Now, as I said, I'm gonna wait in the comment section for a couple names. Now, are you following me?